Good morning, everyone. It's Karen Hooley, and welcome to this week's version of Live Wednesday on a Tuesday. It's a day early. That's because tomorrow I am leaving to drive to the other side of the state for a doctor's appointment on Thursday. So I will not be here. So I wanted to make sure I got on live. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Um, I have a lot to share. Most of you know that my daughter is pregnant and she had her baby last week. I'll give you some more updates on that. But before we get into all of that, I hope you guys are doing great. I'm going to run over to the chat room and see who's all here. Let's see. We have Linda, who's been here, and she's waiting for baby pictures, and I'm going to get to those in just a little bit. But I'm so glad you're here. And thank you so much, Linda, for letting everybody know what was going on the last couple weeks. It's been 3 weeks since I last did a live. So, or almost 3 weeks. Tomorrow will be 3 weeks. I'm kind of in this blur, and I'll explain that later too. Hi, Pat. Good morning. It's good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. And Dawn is here. Good morning. And yay, I'm glad you made it too. And Linda says, I'll be praying for good luck and blessings at your doctor appointment. Thank you. I appreciate that as well. And thanks for the congratulations. I'm very excited. So good to see you guys. So before I get into that stuff, let me tell you I am giving away a pattern today. Just so you guys know, let me share my screen here really quick. So I am giving away a copy of my new pattern that just released today. So if you got my newsletter this morning, you know this is available. I don't have the original sample, and I'll explain that later too. But Cloudberry is what I'm giving away today, and I'm going to pull it up on the screen. I want to show you all the pictures here. Cloudberry is actually 2 patterns in one. It's a shawl. Oops. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, a shawl and also a scarf. So there's one photo of the scarf. I don't know if you can tell from the photos, but Cloudberry is made in 2 different directions. The scarf, I'm going to put this picture back up. The scarf is made on the short side going upwards so that you're working in the short rows and it's really fast, and you can adjust the length to whatever you want it to be. You can also adjust the width by just adding or reducing the number of repeats. Now, the shawl version is worked on the long edge so that the pattern is, when you wear the shawl, it's facing out. So it's 2 patterns in one. It's regularly an $8 pattern. I have it on sale this week because I just released it. For those of you on my newsletter, can get it for 25% off using the coupon in the newsletter. But since I am giving it away, I'm going to let you guys know, go ahead and enter, because everybody knows that I usually do a giveaway. And then if you don't win it, if you've got on my newsletter, I can't talk today. I've had a very, very long night, and I'll explain that in just a second. But I'm going to stop sharing this screen for a second, and I'm going to share a different screen that allows you to enter the drawing. And I got to find it here. Hang on one second. There it is. So if you'd like to win a copy of the pattern, the only person who is not eligible to win, and I'm so sorry, is SK Hoyt. I think that's Sharon, if I remember correctly, if she's here, because you won the last time I gave a giveaway. But just type in a hashtag PNW. Now, I used PNW because cloudberries are berries here that are found natively in Washington, and I believe in Idaho, and maybe even Montana. I know they're in other parts of the country too, but they're partially what I remember with my kids when we were when we were hiking and stuff like that. So if you have not ordered the pattern already, you can win it. I'm assuming a lot of you have been waiting to see if I was going to give it away today. I know pretty much everybody here has not ordered it. So there you go. I'm going to give it away at the end of the show. So I'm going to take that off the screen for now. And we'll go back to me. Okay, guys. So I'm so glad you guys are here. You have no idea. The last 2 weeks have been crazy. As you guys know, my daughter is pregnant. Well, she had the baby last week, but on, let's see, I believe it was the 8th, I drove up to her house. She's 2 hours north of me because she was being admitted to the hospital with preeclampsia. She was swollen and her heart rate was up, and they were monitoring her for a while. Her blood pressure was through the roof, and I didn't drive home until Friday the 10th. So I was with her a couple days. I made sure she got home and she was fed and she was on bed rest, and we had a blood pressure cuff for her. Her husband was really good about that. And everything seemed to be fine. Over the weekend, she was taking her blood pressure regularly, and she was telling us everything seemed to be, status quo. I mean, it was higher than everybody wanted, but Monday I drove up because I don't know if I've ever told you guys, but when I was pregnant with my son, my first child, my dad is a cabinet maker, and a cabinet maker, carpenter, I should say. He worked for the county of Alameda in California as a carpenter supervisor, but on the side, as long as I can remember, probably since he was 16 years old, he built cabinets and furniture, and he did a lot of work for the churches in our diocese. And when I was pregnant, he made from scratch and designed it himself, a cradle for my kids. It's collapsible, so it can be stored. And it was meant to be a family heirloom. He made one for me when I was pregnant with Tyler, and one for my sister when she was pregnant with her daughter. And mine, I don't know if I have a picture of it right now, but I'll remind me, guys, and I'll try to share a picture. But he has on the bottom side a plate that says the date and the year, and it's from Nonno Bernardo Rado. He is Nonno. And then there's a plate that has my son's full name and his birth date, and then my daughter's and her birth date, because they were the first two to sleep in it. And so I was bringing that up on Monday so that James could use it, because we get to pass it on now. And she also had a doctor's appointment that morning, so I left really early, and I got up to her house, didn't even unload the car, went in to see her. And she had just gotten up, so we did her blood pressure, and her blood pressure was through the roof. And we did what they said, let her sit for 30, 40 minutes, and then took it again. It lowered a little bit, but boy, it was still up over 170 on top and 117 on the bottom. So we knew we were leaving in like 15 minutes to go to our doctor's appointment. So we did that. And when she went to the doctor, her blood pressure was still through the roof. So they admitted her to the hospital to do a constant blood pressure check. So they were doing them every 15 minutes. And after the third one, the doctor came in, the OB came in and said, we have to induce. And so to make a very, very long labor story short, after hours and hours of labor, induction, just being in labor in general, from the medications they've given her and the blood pressure, on Wednesday afternoon at 3:41, James Arthur was born via C-section. He was 5 pounds, 1 ounce, 18 inches long. And he's doing well. He's in the NICU. He was born 5 weeks early. He was due on July 21st. So he's in the NICU for a little bit. He was on a CPAP. They've taken that off. He was jaundiced, and they're treating that as well. And he will not be leaving the hospital until Cassie is able to nurse him successfully. So he's doing well. I do have some pictures because I know Linda is here wanting pictures, and I'm sure some of you want to see pictures too. So I am going to um, stop sharing the other screen, and I'm going to bring up some pictures. Hang on one second. Let me show you. Now I got to find it because it's been there it is. Okay. So this first picture here I'm going to show you is actually my daughter with the day she was born almost 24 years ago. Her birthday's July 9th. So this was her because I want you guys to see his face and how much he looks like my daughter. But that's my daughter. I just wanted you guys to see that first. And then I'm going to show you, this was James, the day he was born, right after, was when Cassie was in her room and her husband went to go see him for the first time. And so he took some pictures. And this one I have to share this one because even though I put this one on social media, he apparently came out screaming. They didn't even have to do all the stuff to make him breathe and cry and all that. He just came out screaming. So this picture is kind of apropos for James. So he's so cute. But this is him the next day. And if you look at that picture, look at his eyes. They were so much like Cassie's. It's not even funny. So that's him. He was still on the CPAP at that point. So that's that thing that you're seeing under his nose. But that was him. He's such a cutie. I cannot wait to meet him. Now, the other thing I didn't mention is that COVID restrictions only allow 2 people a day into NICU. So I have not even met him, touched him, seen him in person, held him, nothing. So I'm waiting for him to get out of NICU so that I can actually meet this poor, cute little guy. But he's my little grandson, and I'm excited. Here's Cassie holding him the very first time. My little girl. And I'm so proud of her. She had the worst pain in labor, and she was a trooper. I was so proud of her. I can't even tell you. But this is her and James together. We don't have a picture of her and his dad, the 3 of them together yet. But this is him being treated for jaundice. I've never seen this before. There used to be the blue lights that they put over the babies. Now they have a blanket that they wrap him in, and he has got little eye shades there. So he's so cute in that he looks like a little bug. And then here's his dad holding him. I didn't get a picture. Well, I do have a picture of Bryce, but I didn't get his permission to show him off. So, but this is him just a couple days ago, or actually, I think this might have been Sunday, because now the feeding tube is in his nose. So because he's no longer on CPAP. And so they've been starting to work on breastfeeding with him. So, but there he is in his dad's arms. And then here's another close-up. This was just yesterday of Cassie, partially Cassie and James. He's so cute. I cannot wait to meet him, guys. Look at those hands, those little hands, those little tiny nails. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my video screen here. He is such a cutie. I'm so excited for him. I cannot wait to meet him. I cannot even tell you how much I cannot wait to meet him. Thank you guys for all the congratulations. He is precious. He's thriving. They were feeding him very small amounts of breast milk because she's been pumping, and as of yesterday, he was up to 12 milliliters every 3 hours, which is a lot for someone so small. So I'm really excited about that. And she's been doing well with keeping him supplied in milk. So I'm very excited. I cannot wait to meet him. But yesterday afternoon, so this is why I'm so kind of rattled. Yesterday, we got a call or a text from Bryce, her husband, and he said that they were taking her to the ER because Cassie was having a lot of back pain. And after hours and hours of testing, they said she had a hematoma in her uterus and she was going to have surgery, and they were admitting her to the hospital. And I told her, if you need me, call me. But needless to say, Mama Bear did not get any sleep last night, maybe like 4 hours after she said, and Linda can relate to this, I said a complete 20-decade rosary last night for her. I fell asleep probably about 3:30 and woke up at about 7. So I'm running on about 3.5 hours of sleep. So if I sound a little rattled, that's why. But just before I went on live, I still was planning to come live because I needed to get my mind off this. She texted us and said the ER got it completely wrong. They weren't listening to her. The OB went in. She does not have a hematoma. She did not need surgery. The pain is muscular. For those of you who have ever been in labor, you know how hard it is on your back and shoulders and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure that's where all her pain is. So she's fine. I'll probably crash after this live stream, so just bear with me. But she's fine, thank God. So, and it's funny too, because I had just sent the family and my high school and friends, asking for prayer for her. So, but she's fine. So Mama's relieved and everything's okay. So now we can just focus on her healing and James getting stronger every day. So I'm very excited. Tomorrow I'm going to the doctor. I told you guys that it's nothing major. It's just my yearly physical. But I'm going back to my doctor over on the west side of the state because I've had 2 doctors here and both of them have left their practices. And I am tired of trying to find a new doctor. And my doctor over there I've had for years. And she said she'd be willing to take me back as a patient as long as I came in once a year for my physical, and everything else would be done teledoc. So it's nothing major. I'm doing good. So no worries there. And then on July 5th, which will be, let's see, today's the 22nd. Oh no, today's the 21st. So we'll have a live stream on the 29th. And then we'll have a live stream on the 6th. So the day before, so not next week, but the following week, I will have already had my appointment with my urologist to make sure that I'm still cancer-free. And if I'm still cancer-free, I'm supposed to not have any more treatments. So we are all really looking forward to that. So there we go. Good morning, Jetwin. And she's watching from Boise. Good morning. Thanks for being here. I just saw that Andrea's here and Sean is here. Good morning, everybody. Who else is here that I might have missed while I was giving you the lowdown on my new little grandson? I think that's it. If you missed what I was talking about with my grandson, make sure you watch the replay because I have pictures and everything and the stories there. So we're hoping for no more treatments for me, and we're hoping for healing for my daughter and my new little grandson. So, okay. So since the last time I saw you guys, and I have no links, guys. This is how rattled I was this morning. I have no links. So if there's something that you want to see online after this show's over, either leave it in the comments after the show is over so that I get notified, because I'm not going to be able to go back and find everybody. But after the show is over, you can leave me a comment saying, hey, Karen, can you give me the link for XYZ? And I will get that to you. But the first thing that happened, I had my live stream on June 1st. And then on June 3rd, I left for the West Side again. And I went to Fiber Fusion Northwest. And if you are on social media at all, you saw some of my video of my booth there. I was a vendor in the vendor market. And I have to tell you, it was my first event since COVID started in March of 2020. My last event was February 2020. So it was amazing. I can't even tell you. It was so nice to be able to chat with people, to talk yarn, to show off my modern Italian lace crochet book that never really saw the light of day other than on the internet because because of COVID. I mean, it was the first time all of the pieces were live. And I have to tell you about that book really quick before I go into showing you my stuff that I got at the event. First thing is that I think I sold at least 2 of those books to knitters who do not know how to crochet because of the cover photo. I had that sweater, which is parentheses, on my black dressmaker form, and people thought it was knitted first. They were so amazed at it being crochet that 2 people bought the book and said, I am going to learn to crochet because of that sweater. So I was so excited to hear that. I mean, it's hard sometimes to convert knitters to crochet, and I really think that that book has made some inroads for knitters seeing crochet in a different light. I had so many people come into my booth saying that they'd never seen garments like the way I do garments. I had all of the book samples there. And if you haven't seen Modern Italian Lace Crochet, go to my website and go to the books section and you can see all the samples. So all those samples were there. I also had Cactus Dreams there. I had, for garments, I was going to talk about garments here for a second. I had Cactus Dreams. I had Beachcomber from Coastal Crochet. I had the cover tank top, Storm from Coastal Crochet there. I also had, I'm trying to think if there's any other garments that I had there. I think those are all the garments that I actually had there. But so many people could not believe that what I was making as garments was actually crochet. I mean, I have 3 shops I need to follow up with who want to actually wholesale some of my patterns and books because of those garments. So you guys are going to be seeing some more garments in the future. The thing that people were saying is that I was using the lighter weight yarns, lace weight, fingering weight. I don't think I had any DK garments there, but because I use the finer weights, so there's drape and there's movement and they just look, they're not the chunky sweaters that you're seeing on Instagram these days or on the box store yarns companies stuff. So you're going to be seeing some more garments next year. But I'm very excited about how that was. But I wanted to show you all the stuff that I got because literally I got home from Fiber Fusion. I did all my financials because, when you're selling stuff, you've got all this cash. I had to go to the bank and deposit it all. I had to, all that stuff. So by Wednesday, I hadn't even unpacked all the stuff I got at the event. So I'm going to show you. This is their bag that they gave me at check-in. This is their swag bag that they gave all the vendors. And everything in here is everything either I bought or I did some trades with some of the vendors there too, where they got books and I got stuff. So I want to show you what's going on. I just saw Kelly came in. Good morning, Kelly. It's good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. And Sean, thank you so much for the prayers. I really appreciate it. You guys have no idea the night I had last night. And I'm sure I'm going to crash after this. But first things first. So I did trade with, literally, I'm going to have to try to remember what's in this bag. I'm going to have to contact her later. But there was a vendor there called Fleber's Farm. She is a fiber artist who does a lot of weaving. She does a lot of dyeing of fiber, spinning, all that kind of stuff. And so she and I did a big trade. She has all of my books now, and I got a bunch of stuff. So first thing she gave me was, this is, I don't know if you guys can see it. This is some fiber to spin. I'm going to try, there, it's camel down. It's de-haired camel down. And she dyed it. I'm going to try. I have it open a little because she wanted to show me the feel of it. It's so soft. But she dyed this. It's camel down. And so I'm really excited to blend it and spin it and see how it all comes out. So I'll be doing that. She also gave me some samples of yarn. This is actually called Comeback Fleece. And what this is it's 100% merino that is bred to a longer haired sheep. It's either Romney or Cordale, I think is what she said. And they breed that and they have the babies there. And then those babies are bred back again to merino. So it's mostly merino, but it has a little longer fiber to spin with. And it's something that she started doing. And now a lot of other fiber people are starting to sell this as well. But she has a farm too. And I don't know if can't remember if she said she breeds these herself or she gets these at another farm. But this is, she hand dyed it. So she gave me a sample to just play with, but it's so soft. But I like the fact that it's got the longer fiber on it so that it'll be easier to spin than merino. Because sometimes if you're starting with merino, those of you who are spinners, I can't talk today. If you get your hands on it, you guys know that merino is got a short staple length, and sometimes it can be fussy to spin. But this one makes the merino. It's got the nice softness of merino, but it's got that longer fiber. So, and she's got a little bit of silk in there too. I think she added a little bit of silk to it, but it's got that longer fiber. So it's going to be a lot more fun to spin. So I'm kind of anxious to get started on that one. Okay, then she got me, now this folded. This is one of her braids. Well, it's not really braided, but it's a roving that she dyed. And I think this is bamboo, so I'm opening it back up. The label got all smushed in travel. This is for merino yak silk. That's what this is. This is another fiber called Blue Hawaii. She dyed this, but it's merino, 60% merino, 20% yak, and 20% silk. And this isn't that awesome? It's so soft. I've never spun yak, so I'm really excited about this one. I don't know if she sells on her website, but that's her website there, fleebersfarm.com. So you might want to check her out. She's local to Washington. She's just below Seattle. So that's another one she gave me. And this is gosh, what is this? Now I can't remember what this is, but this is another sample she gave me to try. Now I can't remember, but this is another sample. It's got silk in it, but I can't remember what oh no, this is Shetland. This is Shetland and silk that she blended together. And then she dyed the silk before she blended it. So that's what this is, Shetland. So because I had never spun Shetland, so I'm really excited to try that. I forgot about this. Her shop name is Fleeber Farms. I'm going to put it back on the screen here. You can see at the bottom, she's got the URL there. It's Fleeber Farms, FleebersFarms.com. And she's not a shop. She is a fiber artist and dyer. And she usually vends at events. I don't know if she's in any shops. I would check her website. And she teaches a lot of classes. So if you're interested in finding out more about her, Fleeber's Farms. So anyway, Shetland. That's this. This was Shetland. Okay. Then she gave me, here we go. This is recycled sari silk. She gave me some of this to spin. This is, I believe she did dye this one as well a little bit to get that blue color, if I remember correctly. But this is 100% silk. I'm going to try to get to the end of it. But isn't that gorgeous? I mean, she gave me a lot of stuff. That yak I did purchase myself because I was like, you're giving me way too much. That's far more than what my books are worth, but that's okay. So sari silk, I'm so excited to try this because I haven't spun Sorry Silk yet. So that's another one. And I can't remember what this is. Oh, you know what? This might be the comeback now that I think about it, because she didn't dye the comeback. This is the comeback. So this is the merino. I think she said it was Romney that it was bred to, and then back to merino. So I cannot remember what the other one was. That other one that I thought was the comeback. I'll have to text her on this one. This is not the comeback. This is the comeback because it's still soft. This has got silk in it, and I cannot remember. It's going to kill me until I remember, but yeah. It might be her. No, this is not her bamboo. Anyway, that is the comeback because that was the natural color. So there we go. Then, as we had to pull out all this stuff first. As we were chatting about things, we were talking about needle felting because she does that too. And so, first of all, I gotta go to the bottom here and get everything out. Okay. So first she gave me needle felting tools. So I've got the traditional, 4 or 6 needles. She gave me some extra needles for it. And then this is a single needle that I can use if I just need to do a tiny spot. So she gave me that. These are actually insulation for homes, and she uses these for felting. She said this is better than using the brushes that some people use. And so she gave me 2 of these. She gave me one for my daughter because we were talking about my daughter being on bed rest probably. And so she gave me those. Plus she gave me, this is what she calls core wool. And this is so that if you're making like a stuffed animal or a gnome or something, you create the cone first that holds it all together. You felt that. And then you add the color. And she gave me a pack of color this to start for needle felting. So this is Cordell wool for wet and dry felting or woolen spinning. So that is her dyeing on the Cordell. So I'll probably be doing some needle felting in the near future. So there you go, guys. So that's that. So that's what I got from Fleabers. This was, again, mostly a trade. I did buy one package. Okay, I just remembered. This is merino bamboo. This is where the bamboo came from. That's not silk in there. That's bamboo. It just hit me. I've had such a long couple weeks. This is great. So I'm really excited that I could actually remember some of this stuff. So that is what I got from Fleabers. And I'm going to put all this back in here. Oops, in this bag. So that's okay. So now, what else did I get? Okay. Oh, where is that one thing? Here we go. Okay. So is anybody here? I'm gonna just go back through the posts here. That's an interesting fiber. That comeback fiber, I'm assuming, is what you're thinking of. It's really interesting. It's really soft. It's really long. And yes, that was bamboo, the original one, and that brown one was the comeback. The more I think about it. Okay, so I'm looking forward to receiving my nano in October. Oh, yes, I'm excited that you're going to be getting that. You need all the help you can get. I would start with long staple lengths to start there. Fleaber's website doesn't be working. She did tell me she was doing some updating, so it might not be working now, but check back with her. So, okay, so there's another vendor there that I had met before. I met her actually in Portland at the CGOA chain link conference that we did there back in, oh gosh, I don't remember how many years ago now that was. It was when the year that Coastal Crochet came out. So that was what, 2017, 2018? And I met her there, and she is called Rocks and More. Her name is Michelle. And we also did a trade for books and her product. Now, Rocks and More does shawl pins and necklaces and stuff, but her primary thing is shawl pins. And I traded her books for a couple of shawl pins. This is Snowflake Obsidian. Now, it doesn't look like a shawl pin, does it? That's because it's magnetic. It's got a magnet on the back of a stone, and it has another magnet that you use. And when you put it on the shawl, the magnets hold it to the shawl and keep the shawl closed, so you're not losing your pin. So I got this one from her, and I also got another one. You can see I haven't opened anything since I got home. This is crazy. And this one is Lepipolite. Lepipolite, it's a purple color. I wanted some neutral colors because I have a green, I have a jade green one, and I have a cut stone that's blue. And I cannot remember the name of the stone right now. But this is her site. You can actually go to her website at rockandmoreaccents.com and see what she has for sale. These are awesome. I love these, and I was so excited to get a couple more. So those are really fun too. This is something she started a few years ago, 2010. She goes every year. I think it's in late December, early January. She goes somewhere, I want to say it's Arizona or New Mexico, to where they have these gem and rock shows, and she spends days there going through rocks to make these pins and stuff like that. So everyone is unique. There's no two that are exactly the same. So make sure you check them out. Check her out. And if you buy anything or if you talk to her at all, let her know that I sent you, because they're amazing shawl pins. I love them. Absolutely love them. So, and they work. I mean, as long as you've got enough, the fabric's not too thick, those shawl pins, they hold really, really well. I mean, sometimes I'll even attach it so that not only is the shawl, but it also holds my shirt. So it keeps everything from moving and shifting when I'm doing things. So those are those shawl pins. Okay. And then one last trade I did is with Soundview, right? Soundview Fiber Mill. She is a fiber mill in Western Washington, off the coast, and she sent me over this little skinny yarn. I don't think she even has the blend in it, but it's probably a DK to worsted from her mill, natural yarn, no dyes at all. It's probably a 3 or 4 ply. It looks like a 3 ply. I have to twist it. And so she sent me this over, but I'm hoping to work with her in the future to have yarn made that I can use for my own patterns that I kind of design myself, and that she'll mill it up for me, and then I'll sell it on my website for a kit or something. It's something that I've always wanted to do is design my own yarn, create a project for it, and then sell them as kits on my website. Maybe it'll be a one-time thing. If it's something you guys all like, I might do it again. But she doesn't have on here what the fiber content is. So I'm going to have to ask her. It's a wool. I just don't know what sheep or it's from. So I'll have to contact her. Like I told you, my life got a little crazy with my daughter, so I have not been able to follow up on any of the stuff that I got. So, okay, so that's it that I traded for. Now, these are items that I bought. This is a shop that I knew about when my daughter was in college, because they were in this next city over in Idaho called the Yarn Underground in Moscow, Idaho. And she dyes her own yarns there, and it's called the Palouse Yarn Company. But if you go to theyarnunderground.com, you can buy these yarns. I don't think Palouse Yarn Company has its own website. the website to go to that she has on the label is yarnunderground.com. And this colorway is called Rose Granite. Can you see that? It's gorgeous, huh? Gorgeous. I got 2 hanks of this. It's her sock yarn. Let me make sure. Cashmere Squeeze is what it's called. It's 75% superwash merino, 15% cashmere, 10% silk, 400 yards and 4 ounces. So it's a little bit heavier fingering, but isn't that gorgeous, that colorway? And I apologize, the lighting is not great in here today, but I had to have these colors, and I already have ideas for these. But if you're ever in Moscow, Washington, make sure you check out the Yarn Underground. It's in downtown Moscow. It's a great little yarn shop. She dyes a lot of the yarn herself, but she has a lot of the good brands in there too. Other hand dyers. Barocco, I know for sure she carries. She used to carry Universal. I think she still does. And there's a few others out there that she carries. So if you're ever out there, Shelly is amazing. So, and now that I live closer to her, I'll probably be there more often. But she was there. And then right next door to me, there was another yarn booth that is called Seattle. Let me see. Seattle Sky Dye Works. And she was great. She was a great neighbor to have at an event like this because we were both by ourselves vending. So we would take turns. If someone needed a potty break or a lunch break or something, the other would watch her booth. But this is some yarn she dyed, or not yarn, roving. It's a braided roving called Siren is the colorway. And it is, let's see, merino, silk, and yak. So it was the yarn itself was blended in Canada, but she dyed it here in Washington. And isn't that gorgeous? It's a 4-ounce braid of, 4 ounce. So I'm excited to spin this one up as well. And this is Seahawks colors, if anybody doesn't know. I'm very excited about that. So, yeah. And Jet, one in. Shelly from the Underground is the best. She's amazing, and I love her yarns. I used her fingering single ply for a project, and I got to talk about that later. So, just recently. So we'll talk about that later. But yeah, Shelly is amazing. So that I got from Seattle Dye Works, and then Seattle Sky Dye Works, I should say. And then I got from her, guys, you guys know how much I love blue. I had to get 3 hanks of this. This is her Stellar J colorway. It looks like the Stellar J's we see here in Washington State. I don't know if anybody else has Stellar J's, but the color, look at the shine. Even in this dark lighting in my office, it's pretty true to color. It's a little bit darker, deeper in here than what you're seeing, but it is just absolutely, it's shiny. And it's gorgeous. It's 80% merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. Fingering weight, 4 ounces, 415 yards each. Isn't that just amazing, guys? Oh my gosh. I love this color. And her website is, let me find it. Actually, she doesn't have her website on here, but it's seattleskydyeworks.com. So this is gorgeous. I absolutely love these colors. So you guys know that something's going to be coming because I had to buy 3 of these. It's just gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So that is my haul from Fiber Fusion. I did a lot more trading than I did buying, which is good because I really needed to not buy a whole lot of stuff. So, but that is what I bought. There, put these in here. And then, while my daughter was in labor on Tuesday, oh, you guys are so cute. You'll love that blue. It's gorgeous. I did post it on social media, I believe on Instagram while I was at the event. So if you are on Instagram, you'll get a truer color of that blue. But go to her website too, and you'll see it. And hi, Colleen. It's so good to see you. I'm so glad you were able to pop in. Okay, So last week when my daughter was in labor, I decided to let her and her husband just relax without me for a while. And she wasn't in the full on labor yet at that point. So they were just started induction. So I took off and I went to the local yarn shop up there. And a lot of you may know them. They're called Paradise Fibers in Spokane, Washington. Paradise Fibers is known for their online store. They sell fiber, they sell undyed fiber, they sell yarn, they sell needles, hooks. They're kind of like, in my opinion, they are kind of like the Webs of the West Coast. So you've got Webs in Massachusetts, and then you've got Paradise Fibers in Spokane that are kind of the same type of shops. But they have a store that's huge up there, and I was able to go just to get my mind off of what was going on and stuff like that. So I decided I was going to just check out the store, but I wanted to see if I could find some yarn for an outfit that I'm planning to do for my new little grandson. And let me stop sharing and show you what I'm going to make with this yarn first. Hang on one second. Okay. So it's a knitted pattern, guys, from Petite Knit. She's these are Dutch. She's a Dutch designer, but this is a cute little sweater. My daughter saw this and she loved the colorway. So I had to try to find a color that was as close to this as possible. And I'm going to try to make it in the 3 to 6 month size because I want James to be able to wear it during the winter months when it's really cold and snowy out here. So I'm going to go back here to me, but that's the pattern. Isn't that cute? I just love that pattern. So I got some Cascade 220 fingering to make it. And isn't that color almost, well, now it looks darker. There you go. That's more accurate of the color. Well, it's a little redder than it should be, oranger. But that's the yarn I got. Got 3 hanks of that to make the sweater. And I got some knitting needles because I didn't have the sizes because I no longer use interchangeables. I just can't. The interchangeables make me crazy. So I go to just regular circular knitting needles. So I'm trying to rebuild up my stash of knitting needles. So I had to buy 4 knitting needles. 2 in one size and 2 in another, but the lengths are different. So I've got a 16 and a 24 inch in both sizes. And then I had never seen earth yarns anywhere in Western Washington or Eastern Washington until I went to the Paradise Fibers. And so earth yarns has uneek fingering, and the colorway, I'm going to show it to you in just a second, but the colorway is 3023. And when I saw these colors, she only had 1 hank of this. So I had only bought the 1 hank. But isn't that gorgeous? I'm so excited to do something with this. I have some ideas already. It's 435 yards of 100% extra fine superwash merino fingering weight. And it's a 3-ounce hank. So I could do like a shawlette or a scarf or something else with this. But I'm really excited about this. This is so pretty. I just love the colors. It's not really a rainbow because it's like more of the reds that you're seeing is actually burgundy. I don't know if you can see the burgundy. You really can't. It's burgundy and orange and kind of a lime green and an electric blue and electric purple. And a really deep toned orange in there. The colors are not at all what I have seen. It's not seen in a single hank like this before. So I'm really excited about this one as well. And that's all that's really new in the studio. That's a lot. I know that is a lot. So I'm going to go back to my chat here and see what you guys are saying. Linda says that's such a darling pattern. It is. It's so cute. I've actually had 3 of her patterns that I want to make for my grandson, but this is the first one I wanted to make. So, and then when I saw the color, I was like, I have to do that. It's because my daughter asked for that color. So we're going to be doing that in a little bit. I also have to make a new stocking, Christmas stocking for James. So I'm very excited about that too. Kelly says, I have made 2 of those shirts and one for myself and one for a store sample. So quick and easy. That's really good to hear. Because I hear everybody rants and raves about petite knit patterns, and I have yet to do one. I mean, I've got a couple that I want to make for myself, but I want to start with baby sized first because I want to get used to the way she writes patterns. So I'm really excited to get started on that. So you guys will probably see that in a future show as well. And she said, an ink yarn doesn't look like it, but it's great self-striping. So it self-stripes. This is a self-striping yarn. Okay, that's good to know. I can't wait to wind it now and see what it does. But I love self-striping yarn. You guys all know that. This might end up being socks because I love self-striping socks. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I will definitely be doing something. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Kelly, for letting me know. I didn't know that. I mean, I hear people talk about Earth all the time, but I follow them on Instagram, but I've never really paid attention to whether it's self-striping. I just ooh and ah over the colors at this point. So I'm excited to see that. Okay, so that's enough for me right now. I need to take a sip of my coffee. So if you guys have anything you want me to talk about, let me know. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Okay, that's good to know, Kelly, because I have a feeling that now that I know that self-striping, this is going to be socks for me. I may not crochet with it. I was thinking about crocheting with it, but now I think it might be socks for me. So anyway, that's pretty much my life. The last couple of 3 weeks has been having a new grandson who is the light of my life. I should even show you guys. I have a picture of him on my phone. Just because it used to be the family at my daughter's wedding. It was my husband and I, my new son-in-law, my daughter, and my son, all in at the church on my phone. And now it's my grandson has usurped that spot. So yay. That yarn will work well with a shawl that is asymmetrical. You know, I was thinking that too. I was actually thinking that too. And I'm thinking it might be a shawlette style, almost that can work into a cowl, because that was the other thing I was thinking about actually when I saw this colorway, was making something asymmetrical. So that could be an option too. Okay, guys, I'm not sure what else I can talk about because that's been it. It's been a crazy, crazy 3 weeks. So if you guys have any questions for me, let me know. I'm trying to think what has happened since we last spoke. I told you about Fiber Fusion. I showed you all my stuff. I think last time I talked to you guys, I let you know that I reopened the Pattern Club. And for those of you who are in the Pattern Club on the Crochet Crew, I just want to let you know that I am working on, I have been working on and off on a way to just put the monthly pattern into your account on my website, because there are too many people who are not going in and adding the patterns in a timely fashion. And there are some people who haven't even they got January and they haven't gotten any others yet. And the new people have been struggling to understand how things are going on. So what I'm thinking I'm going to try to do this next month is use this plugin that I found that seems to be working well to get July's pattern in there. And if that doesn't work, then I'll do it the way I usually do. But just so you guys know, that's going on. For those of you who are not part of the Pattern Club, the Crochet Crew, I'm going to show you guys the logo. These are going to be in my shop. They just haven't been put in my shop yet because a baby, my daughter. This is the logo for Crochet Crew. It's a magnet. They're probably going to be about $2.53 in my shop. So if you're interested in one of those, just keep your eyes open. I'll let the Crochet Crew know. Only the Crochet Crew people who are actually members will be able to purchase one of these. The Crochet Crew through December 2022 is going to be a free pattern a month. You're going to have a Zoom call, which I am going to be scheduling probably for Wednesday of next week, because we had to miss the one on the 15th because James was being born that day. So I think it's going to be next week. I'm not 100% sure. I have to go through my calendar today as well. But if you are interested in the Pattern Club, this year's theme is shawls on the side. So they're all shawls done side to side. The next pattern that I'll launch is in July. You can join at any time. You can cancel at any time. So if a particular month doesn't have any interest to you at all, you can cancel and not get that pattern that month if you don't want to. It's $13 a month, and you get, I should probably pull it up because it's just so much easier that way. Hang on one second. Let me pull it up and show you what you get. I'll share that screen with you guys too. Okay, hang on. Let me share that screen. Hang on. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen here with you. So with the community, for $13 a month, you get the one free pattern every month. You get a 30 to 60 minute Zoom call introducing the pattern and answering any and all questions about it. You get community groups to meet with other members of the club and share your monthly projects, yarn, and more. And it's been really quiet this month because I have been gone and no one's really posting. So I really hope those of you who are part of the group will start posting to get people to start, talking to each other. You get an opportunity to book 15 minutes of one-on-one help if you need help with a pattern. This week, I'm going to ask that we don't, if anybody wants to book time this week, please don't. I will probably start up again on Monday, the 27th, with being able to do one-on-ones with me. Plus, you get discounts from the dyers of the yarns I used, interviews with the dyers, and other surprise perks that will happen from time to time. Now, this program is only available from now. I'm going to put myself back on the screen here, guys. Is only available now until I think it's December 9th. So that anybody who joins in December will be able to get the December pattern. You can join at any time. If you join right now, you will get the June pattern as well as, and then July, August. So depending on when you join, you will be able to get the current pattern as well as the next pattern going down the line. This month's is Mint Julep. If you got my newsletter in June, Mint Julep was listed as one of the patterns. I think it was June 7th that I sent that newsletter. It was one of the patterns there. All the information about that pattern is inside the club. So you have to sign up to get all that information. And as of January 1st, the club is changing, and I'm kind of excited about that. I don't know what I did. Oh, I know where they are. I think they're here. Nope, that's not it either. Okay, I don't know what I did with them. They are here somewhere. My husband and I did some rearranging in my office, so I can't find anything right now. But next year, it's going to be more of a membership site where you're going to have more features. You're still going to have a free pattern every month. We're going to have quarterly crochet alongs. We're going to have virtual retreat once a year. We're going to have Zoom classes. We're going to have a better community system and so much more. And that's going to be a different pricing structure. I will let everybody know what that pricing structure is as we get closer to December. But I always do try to do a lead in so you guys know what's coming with that. And the way I'm going to release patterns next year, because if you guys haven't noticed, Since April, I have been releasing about 2 patterns every month. Um, and it's getting to be a little much. I need to get those patterns out. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be releasing the patterns to the public. You guys will get them. The club will get them for free. Um, and you guys will get all the perks, the videos, everything, because you're going to have, that's the other thing I forgot. The patterns will come with ad-free videos and things like that. So be watching for that. So it's going to be new and different. And I want you guys to all know first. You guys and my newsletter subscribers are the people who find out all the details first, and then they'll go on social media. So there you go. So that's about the crochet cruise. So I'm going to go back and I want to reshare for those of you who are new here. And I just saw Ellie Mae came in. So excited. And I'm going to go back and answer questions, but thank you, Ellie Mae, for coming in. I'm so glad to see you. I'm going to share my screen again here really quick to remind everybody I am giving away a pattern at the end of the show today. And this is the first time I've done it since the very beginning. But I'm giving away Cloudberry, which is the pattern I just released today on my news. If you're a subscriber to my newsletter, you got the information about it. My social media people will start getting it now. Cloudberry was released for free, and not for free. It's released for sale, but you guys can. Somebody here can win a copy. Let me go back here. And stop sharing that screen. And then I'm going to share how to enter to win. So to enter to win, you're going to type on I'm going to just, you guys, it's been so long since I've been doing this that my skills at changing screens has gotten a little weird. Okay. So to win a copy of Cloudberry, you're going to type in hashtag PNW, Pacific Northwest. Cloudberry is a pattern that's designed, or it's named for a berry that's native to Washington. I remember seeing it when we would go hiking with my kids when they were younger. I know that it's also known as salmonberry. I know other states have it, as well, but I'm using Pacific Northwest. So I'm going to draw that in a few minutes here, but I wanted to make sure that everybody who's here can enter to win. So type in hashtag PNW exactly as you see it right here. I see there's only 4 people who've entered so far. So I want to make sure I give you guys enough time if you're interested. I don't believe anybody here has purchased the pattern yet, because I just released it at 6 a.m. this morning Pacific time. So hopefully you guys can enter to win. I'm going to go ahead and put that smaller. I'm going to leave that on the screen for a little bit. Ellie Mae is vacationing Estes Park, Colorado. Husband kids golfing. I'm just riding along. Oh, cool. How fun. I'm glad you were able to stop in then. Did you go to the fiber show that was in Estes Park? I think it was last weekend, if I'm not mistaken. Last weekend or the weekend before. I can't remember. But there is a fiber show that's there every year. So if anybody's interested, make sure you check that out as well. Okay, so anybody have anything you want to ask me before I go and before I do the drawing? It's a little after 10 right now, so I'm going to try to sign off unless you guys have some questions for me. Oh, I should go through here. I saw Pattern Club. You have to check it out. Definitely check it out. James and I, yours is 6/16. Happy belated birthday. That's actually my daughter's best friend's birthday too. And James was actually born on a good friend of my daughter's birthday, which is really kind of funny. And James, I should also tell you guys, his name is James Arthur. And she and her husband didn't want to use family names and stuff like that. But what she didn't know is that my grandfather, my dad's dad, is Giacomo. It's Italian for James. And when I told her that, she had no idea that it was Italian for James, even though I thought I may have told my kids. But so it's kind of like my grandfather, who I only knew for a year. He died before I turned 2. has a little namesake in our lives. So my dad, when he found out, my sister said he was grinning from ear to ear all day long. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Linda says, will you be having a pattern sale later on this year? Yes, I always have. A Black Friday weekend sale, post Thanksgiving sale. So be watching for that. Also, I am going to be doing a new book for 2023. I just decided this at Fiber Fusion, and I know what it's going to be. Next year is my 25th anniversary as a designer too, so it's going to be kind of a celebratory thing for that as well. So I'm going to be doing, and when you get my July newsletter on the 5th of July, it will have some sales going on in there because I need to clear out some stock. What I can tell you right now, if you go to my website, all that stuff that's on sale in July is there. All of my print patterns that are available in print. I have a filing cabinet right here. I'm just going to pull one pattern out. All of the paper patterns are on sale. They were originally anywhere from $7 to $9.50. And they're now on sale. I believe it's either $4.50 or $5 each. It doesn't matter what the price is of the pattern. They're all on sale. I'm trying to clear out print patterns because no one seems to be buying print patterns anymore. So I am going to try to get rid of those. So if you want to go on and see what I've got, I'll have a listing in my newsletter with links to all of those patterns. But that's 2 weeks away. So if you want to look now, they are already on sale. And also, I have a bumper crop of Pineapple Passion, my book Pineapple Passion, and I need to reduce the stock on that too, because if I'm going to bring in a new book, I need this space. And this book is regularly $17.95, and with it you get a free digital download. But if you purchase it now, anytime now, it's only $7.99, and it's already on sale on my website. So if you guys want any of those in print, the digital copy of the book is not on sale. It's just the print copy, and you will get both the print and the digital version for $7.99. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check it out now. Anyway. Ellie is asking what the Fiber Festival ends there. Estes Park. Estes. I want to say it's Estes Wool Market. Hang on a second. Yeah, Estes Park Wool Market is the name of it. You can find them on Facebook. They have their own website, I believe, or Estes Park actually has a website that puts it on there, but you can go to Facebook as well and see what's going on. It's already been done, but there'll be another one next year. So, and I'm so glad you had a signal, Ellie. That's awesome too. So anyway, so that's what's going on as far as sales, Linda. Okay, so make sure if you haven't entered already to win a copy of Cloudberry, because it's brand new. I'm pretty sure none of you have it. I'm going to give you another minute or so, and then I'm going to go over and pull the drawing. So make sure you type in hashtag PNW in the chat room in order to enter to win. So, and then I'll pull a winner. Other than that, like I said, I'm leaving tomorrow. I'll be gone Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, I'll be back in the office, but I'm going to be head down trying to get myself ready to do a bunch of stuff that needs to get done. And then I will probably either today or Friday, for those of you that are part of the Pattern Club, let you know when I am rescheduling the Pattern Club Zoom chat. So be watching for that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go over, I'm going to make this be the full screen. I'm going to go over to that. So I'm gonna do the drawing, guys. So I'm gonna count down from 5. So be quick if you want to enter. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm hitting draw. Linda, you're my winner. Yay. I'm so excited. So Linda, awesome. I'm going to put my confetti up too for you because I have my own confetti. Yay, Linda. So congratulations. I will be putting that that pattern in your account. I know you already have an account with my website, so I will go ahead and put you in. But congratulations. I'm so excited for you. I will see you guys next Wednesday. Let me put myself back on the screen. There we go. You're so welcome, Linda. I just saw that you are that you posted. I am like, again, I'm still a little scattered from all that's been going on with my daughter and my grandson. So if you caught me late, make sure you watch the replay so you can hear the story of what's been going on in the last 3 weeks. And if not, I'll see you on social media and on the next call and in my newsletter and all that stuff. So have a great day, everybody. I will see you next week. And just pray that I get a little bit more sleep the rest of this week. So it's been a long 3 weeks. Talk to you soon. Blessings all around. Bye, y'all.